blessing, love, blessing, 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 love.
Let's look once again. Let's love music. Let's love full ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right now we have the Let Me Reason podcast. Let Me Reason. Because I'm going to sit down with ones and hear what they're dealing with, see what they have coming up, how they get to where they're at. You know what I'm saying? This episode ain't different. Right now we're chilling with my G-Star. They're going to introduce yourself to all, you know what I mean? Fortune Island artist, entrepreneur, everything. I'm going to introduce yourself to G-Star.
G-Star, Mr. Tugging for life. When I say tugging, me talking gun or knife. I'm talking more life and a good life. No violence. You know what I mean? That's what we say. We say tugging that way. Right?
Yes, so G-Star, you want to go back and do over these times and fucking much everything. Because what are you doing? So I said that way.
Yeah, the music and the entertainment, you know, promoting shows, you know, as well, you know. And everything else when it comes to it, family man, for sure. Because we come first, we're all about family and take our village to raise a family. So that's foremost why I'm about to say. And of course, you know, unity, strength with other artists too, from all over the globe. It's not a local thing, we have a local mindset. We're about a global mindset. Really pushing an agenda of, you know, ceasefire, global ceasefire. There's too much violence in the world. So that's what we're pushing, and that's the agenda. Using the music too to spread the message out.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, before we even do so them pass now, so you want to go back in all the time with G-Star, and I'm seeing as a youth coming up to school and everything, and what's the way you're going to get a very one? This is always how I feel friends or you know, a lot more what's happening.
Yeah,
take us back.
Well, the fire blazing coming up in the Virgin Islands. First of all, I was born on the beautiful island of St. Kitts. I was raised on the beautiful island of US Virgin Islands, St. Thomas.
Okay.
So, man, having them coming from that background there, you know, I see so much and the culture. Having them two cultures come as one, it was an amazing thing. So, raising up in the Virgin Islands, elementary school, Emmanuel Virgin Oliver School. Then water, this center. Now, same as water was junior high school, Ivana Dora High School. It's been a while I've been in the school, you know, but you know, trying my best to see them pronounce them right. But you know, raising up now, living in Smith Bay, go for Smith Bay, go to Nada Hill, from Nada Hill to Old to. So if you know the island, you know that's a straight east. Yeah. So this one, and that's where reside is Old to do it where, you know, we currently live on the island of St. Thomas.
Okay, so keep when you were you know the car and the back. Before you was coming together, you were coming as you were like from there you were doing your career, you were doing your work,
man were like into flipping and things, you know, the front flip to one, front flip, back flip. You know, we're very athletic, so we really want to be in the class. We really wanted recession. You had the lunchtime, so we could go show off our flip them, you know. What our parents them, you know. So it was just a joy being a child in the school system, man. It was a lot of love.
So around that time,
Yeah, my music hit me like, we were into drumming and the glass door. I mean, if you remember the elementary school had glass door.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, man, you get some
We good. Blessing.
Yeah, when we do right there on location, we have Mr. Forest City. Yeah, just so you guys know, we have location, Mr. Forest City music. You come here, you go get t-shirts print, you go get flyers done. You know what I mean? Mr. Forest City music. Come check him out with live and sing. You know what I'm saying? He'll play and I know so. If you see a little thing in that's what we have now. So, what you were saying also, the music I put
yeah, man, from elementary we beat in on the glass door. Yeah, man, you know, sometimes it used to be like soca rhythm, reggae rhythm, but it was man from all over, man from different parts of the east, you know, of course, that valley. And we get together in the morning time and we making music, and we young youth, and we creating music, and we doing the freestyling, so we ain't doing nothing to remember what we just said. Yeah, so we start doing that from young, so when we start to look, so okay, I try to get into band now. But the thing is, no, we got so much man that would love music. Yeah. We only got one drum set. so only one man can play drum. Yeah. So the equipment limited to, and that's the thing the school system probably need to do. And that's a lot of thing when it comes to music. We need funding for the some more instruments and to expand the thing, because the island is small, but we got a lot of talent on the scene.
Okay. So that's no that's an elementary time. But around that time you have to anything serious and to say that we've done kind of sound or our level of freestyle.
Yeah, long time we just freestyling, nothing serious, just having fun, man. You know, loving the thing, and you know, we just do it for fun, you know, just a community house. We always meet up and do it. Yes, it's cool. Yes, we come in and anything that will make noise and make and we dance, we bust it too. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
So long time when you're doing that, you see yourself like this way. Like my father, you want to do one way or all you were standing out at one time, I really everybody wants to see you. We have not noticed like
everybody was having fun, so it wasn't really like man were really hyping you up to bust something. So it's like man bust something, so they were never like this man bad and that man, you know. Overall, everybody used to just enjoy.
So now you've been important
Thinking serious now. Whoa, no. The thing is serious important, man. They start to get talent shows where they actually have set up now where music, you bring your beat and you bring your sound. So now you got something, man, they mashing up the place, you know. So me in Border, I would say probably I don't even know if it was shyness, but I never make it to the mic. And I know and it was funny because I think what happened is there was other man who were representing who I used to be bossing to one way. Already they done gone at the mic and mash it up. So I said, no man, I need to go up the man. The man don't mash up the mic already. And I just showing respect to the thing. And you know, it was other man too, and I was like, you know, I always love to listen to the man them too. I like to support, just being there and support the man them. And that part there, that was me too. I think I had a little struggle into focusing in the school, you know, through high, so I wasn't really focused too much on music at that point. I still could have do it. It just wasn't my mission, wasn't that I was just more way back with it at the school.
Yeah, so you're still active, but that's not in the school way, but you still have an active vibe, like you want to do it, you want to do it. Because you were flipping and thing. But then yeah, more time than when you flip it still.
No,
Yeah,
there is not.
So, but to me, additionally, you only want like an artist who has a fan of the music. Real people are able to like listen to your music.
Yeah, man. You know, be done. Lucky Flair, Red. These extreme man. You know, Billy Red. All these man they had, you know, very sharp lyrics back then, and the man was strong with it. So we should watch, listen to them man, go and do them man thing, and be proud of it because we can know where this man come from, you know. And yeah, man, we be one artist in slavery. At them times, you know.
It's like, yeah, man, we give such a important thing, you know, so we gain up, but you never important, we need to, you know what I mean? So the still in back of it, music very beautiful. That will be kind of important thing you know. So now boom, we can as a right now, we go like it. But in a long time, that's anything exactly.
A whole lot changed because now we get into studio, actually doing music and purchasing a studio as a neighborhood. Now this is a neighborhood thing. Okay. So in the neighborhood now, the older man who was doing music, the man invests in a studio, and now this was where man started to go to card and release music now. So now it's on a different level of music. Now you're really doing the music now you hear yourself and the record now, like you even just singing it and you can't hear it. But you listen back and you oversee it. Now it's a whole new vibe for me.
So how cool, like, who are some of them, I mean, yeah, kind of give thanks to them, and they who actually go in, I still look like, you know what I mean? It's the rest of the world. So like, so who them man, give them man a shout out.
Yeah, man, I put your government name out here, Jeffrey Cricket, aka Supreme, aka Johnny Knox. Also, rest in peace to a great man.
Yes, sir.
The man was all for his community, his island, and for anybody who have talent. He will never refuse somebody to talk to them and to say something and then different, help them with the music. And that's what he was, you know what I mean? Yeah, big influence in my life, and the way support for the nation.
It's like, they love Johnny Knox, they love R&B, you know what I mean? Isaac Paradise, as we would say, you know what I'm saying? Okay, also, like how much people you would say were taking advantage of them? Like another man, you know,
It's a big squad, it's a big team, man. This is over 25 people in this thing here. But when it is so big, it had different groups. It had groups of people. You know what I mean? It's a group of three, it's a group of three, had TMT. We had me, myself, one family, Nova, we got Smokey Beat, Dapper Life. This goes on. This goes on.
Alright.
So, all the man do them and thing. Take it serious too. Take it serious to a point where you see, you know how the music goes. When you see the benefit of music, because now they just doing music, just recording, putting the song on the video, but the business part, they ain't got that part yet. Yeah, man.
Yeah, with that, that's a vibe I think even though too, we still need it. But we need to be taught the music business. You know what I'm saying? We really have this structure. It getting better, you know, we got some people pass now, the knowledge and so. But we need more structure in the business. So at what point, because right now, we're not in the village, right? And like, at what point you leave and like, leave the facility.
Yeah, I was always back and forth because in high school 2 years, I get my first child. You know, I was 18. A woman at the time, a girl at the time, pregnant and I got a child, but it got to be 18. And so I had to go provide for another mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't just stick around and I can figure out my life now. career-wise, all the things they come to sport. So I joined the US Navy. For 5 or 4. I joined for 4. But I did go to join for 4 years later. 4 years. So, you know, while that was because I got child, but I used that experience to travel the world and spread the music and see how my music impact the world. People who don't know my culture, don't know my accent, and the feedback around the world was like amazing to know that people really genuinely love the word song, the culture of it, and the patwa in the dancehall, in the music. So, you know, things from Africa still seeing with patwa, still go back to the root Africa. So I never see like, I just see that I be able to speak Spanish or French. I just see the patwa as being speak a different language. That's why I use reggae music as a genre that I choose as music.
Absolutely. When you that's more than one more thing that that's so how calypso. When you walk up the page,
That's a good question because I love calypso music, raise up on it, and I love Daddy Friday, you know, tear on the roof, you know, and all of them things, and I party and I jam woman and thing, and I love that part of the culture. I feel that part of the culture, it promotes man to a woman harder, you know what I'm saying, and it's very much needed. But at some point of time, we do music for the time being, like what's going on in our community, what's going on around us. We ain't got time to be walking up and jumping up, but we got so much things to fix in our community, too much violence, not enough for healthcare. I mean, the schools, the education system need to, you know, upgrade in the healthcare system. And I talk about it. They ain't got enough up-to-date equipment for people that's on dialysis and things like that. So, the music I do, I can't be thinking about walking up and jumping up. So, that's my community I'm talking about. So, what's in my community? I say, what my community need? That's why they go in calypso genre.
Yeah.
You know? And you really hear some positive talking about, you know what I mean, uplifting and building.
Right.
You know, the music I use it to spread a positive message and still use it to get to the healthcare and fund it that way and have a sit down eventually with the government officials, with the people. But we ain't against the government and we want to work together. But this is where we don't speak and say like this is what we need. I'm telling you we need this and that. That's why the people then balling in the streets. We have family members that are suffering from ain't got no equipment for dialysis, so they gotta go to America where they got more equipment and healthcare, affordable healthcare. And you know the old people homes, retirement homes. We gotta go and take a look in there and see why our workers is not happy and it's not treating the elderly with the care that they need. And all of that is love and we take a village to show that we care. We're going to go and do something about it. We just want to talk about it. We're not going to come party for carnival and like, turn a blind eye what really going on. So we want to get to the root of it. And we, being older, we don't see our parents, that's now grandparents, because we make them grandparents, they get in the age. You know, if that happened to your mother, if your mother in a home and they gain age, you know, how would you feel? You know, somebody you love. And still the community to look at these things and fix it. But the government could fix it, they got funding, it's never shortage of money. You have the money, you just need to put the money where you need to be. You don't need to be paying no artists $1 million and our island need funding. Fix the schools, they ain't gonna cost that much. You don't fix healthcare, upgrade the system, it ain't gonna cost that much. Promise you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I mean, so you feel like that's where you pick that genre because that genre is the one that the government and the social issues like that. Okay, what they want to say to is that we could still use it. And so come out, they just a beat. We could still bring the message over them. Definitely. So we still feed them to that he don't be kind of so they have to be about something. But
yes, that's facts. That's fast. So,
like that's why I want to encourage the people to read. A lot of version different genres like they do rap. Every time I do touch a something else. You know what I'm saying? So like and they want me to get our thing out. So they want me to come and give the talent and push the talent into our music as well. No music on that. Yeah, it's like every time what I say, let's say we get artists and rap and they want to cross over into the music and as they are both production and selections. We do still want that to come and like keep the same fire, bring the same message in like that is
yeah, man, in the music is music. You know, once you get the word song and there for the time and what going on, we're speaking about it because you know the music is steering the youth them in the wrong way, and the youth them is the future. So that's what we focus on. So once we get a beat and we catch the vibe, feel super positive vibe on the beat, no matter what kind of beat it is. Do the song, or push that message. But I would love to hear, you know, I hear some gospel, calypso music. Gospel is different than speaking about, yes, so that's the part we need.
So when you went on like this, so where you at now with the went to the
Yeah.
okay, like how was the experience with like as far as like Geedian to the music and stuff? What was the traveling to with different experiences?
Yeah, it was great because you were brand new, you know, you're on your own, you make it become, you know, a man, you don't understand on your own, you ain't nobody there with you, you're on your own, you do your mother house, you dance, you know, you do your things, you experience teaching how to be a man.
Yeah. So if it's something that you encourage us to do, people have the opportunity.
Definitely it's something to do to prove to yourself that you have self-discipline. Because, you know what I mean, that's something we all have to work on. Because I think in our community we're fighting against a lot of addiction. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is you are addicted to, believe me, self-discipline will help you with your addiction. So, military will help you, you know what I mean? You know, very strict rules and, you know, you got to be responsible. Period. Also, take care of yourself. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, so now, we also, we need to look at the military. At what point now, we got to take things. At what point are we going to talk about this?
That's exactly what you do. That had been from junior high. Okay, yes,
So we skip that part, I mean, you tell me that part.
No, that because you have to have a name. Like, oh, you're going to be a couple of things, so you have to have a name. So I know that J Star, you know, J and Star, because there's so much billions of stars in the world, and there's people that stars, you know, the same way. So me as a star, you know, you like female as a star, and just J Star. Yes, so you female star. You know, yeah, that's how you go. So then, but the J is for Jah, Almighty, Jah Star. If you really need to make a shot, that's a J Star.
Yes, I think all right. Yeah, man. Okay, so I think when you say you are busy and there's something you figure out, you take it to see what you say, giving them the you know how to think about things. So then, when you start to become, when I reach you now, like don't have a person and so you can miss like after the practice.
Yeah, this is like a mental time. Okay, when you okay, we talking.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So it comes very
yeah, definitely. So in Orlando family, man, Slaughterhouse Records. When they're talking about it, one of the best record labels that could cash money records, no limit records, that's Slaughterhouse Records. put them in the same category. When you listen to the music, it's the same. You can put a show on and have them records right there. That's what mold me and give me the hustle in the music and the drive from them times. I was young them times, so I had some dance, so I was more talking about. And this is for the times. Around that time, I won't say in the community needed the music, but that was what was fun. That was fun music for my age in my 20s. At that time, it was fun music. Right? Yeah, like a party song and things like that. So yeah, so Slaughterhouse record that you are and they will go. You know, that's the guys who yeah, that's family, man. That's family. You know what I mean? It's still an enemy. You know what I'm saying? It's forever. You know what I'm saying? That's foundation, man. You know what I'm saying? When you build a foundation for a house, you don't just move the house and you gotta move the foundation. So the house, the foundation is there. Starter. I need, remember I tell you, building out here, build a studio every day. This when I was younger. So when I get older now, with Slaughterhouse and come part of that family, the man show me really how this is how family is supposed to live with music. Everybody stay together, everybody work. They might have different tune, they might have a different tune, or might have a tune, so have a tune, you know what I mean? And JT, you know what I'm saying? And they go on and on. But guess what? We all one. You know what I'm saying? Just like that tune, we all have all Slaughter. They don't matter who got you. It's all Slaughter. You know what I mean? So when they learn that part, they know like you start to come out and you know you're pushing up more.
Everybody has, style too.
That's what I did.
They start separating themselves from a lot of people. Like, we have their own style. It sounds good.
Yeah.
What I just told you earlier today, I said I go down that before you talking that 6 months.
Yeah.
But I go down there right now. I probably got it in my car somewhere. Now I listen to that shit like it's still it don't get old. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you can still listen to it 2025 and play it for these kids and like don't tell them who it is, just throw it on and they gonna be like, who is that? They gonna think they just made it. You know what I'm saying? And those songs are old. You know what I'm saying? Over 15 years old. And I'll be on my time to do it.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Something already.
Yes. So we got rid of by the time you get and then get how we can hear and back to somebody else. Give us some more insight, you know what I mean, as far as some of the Slaughterhouse movements. Or do some more. That's all we're taking on you pick up some of the needs because some of them people there's like people do as well. Right?
Yeah, man. I always know with them and I show them. So walking the studio with me a lot of nights, man. Every time I come to Zoom in the studio, bro, we walk into 3, 4 in the morning. I'm in the studio. Just recording. We used to love it, man. We used to love it. More red, all these man, it's like different flavors. You need all of it. All of it is that fire like it, you know. To make the music come up.
The Slaughterhouse shit in the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This shit real, like this shit real.
We gonna check on this.
Yeah, y'all can show them like some real nice shit. Like
They say look at this. We here in Mr. Forest City.
We just had a party tonight.
Just had some things going on. We here live on.
You got J Star. Look, J Star right there, perfect time, and all of these old CD. Look, J Star, I Rock City. Look, this the record label right here, Slaughterhouse. That's what J Star talking about right now. It's Slaughterhouse shit. Like
the Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see this J Star right here. Like this all his shit. Like this EPs back then. He was doing EPs back then. Look, Come Dance, ready for it. Like
that's on EPs, you know what I mean?
And this perfect timing. He did this like 10 years ago. And this this CD he got on one of the videos. He got my son in the video.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's how I just wanted to show him like this shit for real. What he talking about? He ain't fabricating nothing.
Yeah, so everything he's saying, we like here right now.
It's real.
On
Like,
site. You know what I'm saying? These things happen and this is real. It's real. Yeah, man. We here real. It's real things we talking about. You know what I mean? No fabrication. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like I said, because around my time, and that was the reason why I said one year ago, when I come up with so big, but I remember when I first learned to do, we do like the first like kind of being very, it was a nice show, you know what I mean? And then my father said, what? It's not bad, man. You know what I mean? But I really want to done, that's how I think. Yeah. When you do that shot, you say, yeah, it's my next thing. So, you say, yeah, be a good girl. So around them time, you know, that people just shoot their shows on and stuff like that. So, at what point, they are really because should be putting that much. When they get like that secret.
Yeah, that one with Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse for the mixtape that went crazy, man. 6 more than drugs. And I'll play that. What I did is like mixtape, so the hot songs that was out, hip hop, reggae, whatever, I was taking that beat and I would do my own song.
Yeah.
So that's what just sent it crazy. So you know what I mean? So take that in and run it, like burn it up and it just out there selling it. You know what I mean? To everybody, you know. So everybody will give me good feedback, like, man, just go hard. And that's why they were buying it. They put it in, because nobody will buy something from you, they listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is what I tell you. I don't even have a copy for myself right now. That's how they were selling. That's what I'm telling you. Like, and that's real. And back then it's like, okay, right now you know how people don't have CD players like that. So you can imagine that was the area of, I don't even think YouTube were really jumping at that time. So that's J-Star in a young age. I would have been way ahead in the music game with all the technology.
Yeah.
But I never see that as a setback because it was all organic. It's like I do know the people that really love the music. So I don't need to question that part.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the first project that I really take serious for. Sex More Than Drugs mixtape. Yeah, that went everywhere.
Yeah, okay. So after that, that's what you can like continue doing more stuff and like what happened then you start doing shows like how the showmanship was like how you learn like the whole art of music. Because of course it ain't just because you got the farm and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing with music and entertainment business now. So when even though you pushing your music like that, that's not business. That's not the business part. So me as knowing the business now, I could see an artist like myself and I wouldn't take them serious because they lack in the business part. So I wouldn't even put you on a show, even though you got good music. Because you don't have the business part. So I don't know if me and you gonna have a problem if I put you on a show. See what I'm saying? Okay. So I wouldn't even put my other self, but now I could speak business now. You know what I'm saying? So it's different now. But back then, I just had the music and the energy without the business, and the business is what you got to put first. So all the promoters and anybody who could invest in you, they gonna look at you and be like, well, he ain't ready. Remember, these is professionals. They know how professionals speak with their language. So if you speak in that language, they ain't gonna mess with you because it could be a problem. It cause them up. So that's all that happened. So I never really do no shows. That's where you're going.
Yeah. Okay. So he ain't do no shows for us?
Oh no, I did shows with Slaughter. No, Yeah, we had shows. The Slaughterhouse had shows. That was that. You know what I mean? But me personally, by myself, me cleared out the red and cleared out for me. Yes, I did show. That we shut down shows for me. Yeah, we did shut down some shows in Orlando, Florida. So,
I know what the hell was going on back there.
yeah, definitely. You know, we definitely will have a part two, you know what I'm saying? Catch up and, you know, catch up on some things, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I say, you know, we have already been back to the same time. Remember over the years. Just getting some insight, you know, some of the stuff. So when you know, like, when you would say you know the music because you did, as you signed there, perfect timing. So how far after that the EP was perfect timing? So how many years apart?
Well, I really count the years, but there ain't too much years in between. Probably a year, drop another EP, drop after perfect timing, drop Dance League, after Dance League, just recently drop Ritual EP. So, that one is a brand new one, available out there, all the social media, all the major music outlets. You'll find that EP. Right now, the single right now that running hot is Money Ritual. That's a single for it. Running hot. I also got it. The release party for it coming up July 19th in Atlanta. Augusta, Georgia, man. They can come out and see that Daemeon and there just came now. He performing. Your father G. He's another VI man. He performing. I have Chris Green performing as a hip hop artist out of New York. I also got X Capone, the Lyrical Beast, for 49 on also performing. So then I got the DJs, you know. So come out and party. Be nice, enjoy yourself. We wait to see J Star live performing. This is a once in a lifetime thing. This is history because this is my entertainment company, One Family Entertainment. So this is what I'm saying. What I was saying about the business. Everything is official now. Everything is the business. So it's not just J Star the artist. J Star the owner of an entertainment company. So you come out and see the energy and enjoy yourself. Also, we got a single. Daemeon just came now. Spreading the good vibes. Good vibes. You know, shoot a video for it. You know what I mean? We coming with it to spread the good vibes to the world, you know what I'm saying? We're calling for a ceasefire, global ceasefire. We don't need to be killing each other. That's what we're pushing right now. We're pushing love, unity, strength, in numbers. We gotta work together. That means we gotta work with the government too. So we gotta be with love. We ain't watching no color, no face, nothing. We seizing fire and everybody, we pushing love. That's what spreading the good vibes is about. J Star, just a Kemna, no single coming up. Sorry.
Great. So give them the date again and the single again for the
Yeah. Ritual EP release parties. July 19th. In Arsdale, Georgia. Right? Crystal Taco. When you come out, enjoy yourself. Be there, go be food and sale. March, you know what I'm saying? Signing autograph. You're gonna be there, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is once in a lifetime thing. You gotta be part of history, you know?
Yes, sir. So this is your first show you put down. This is the first thing you ever did. So how do you feel about it? No, what's your, you know what I mean? How everything works?
Man, no of us saying a thing. You know, this thing here blessed. We don't come out and we don't just show up. Because, you know, we move with the Holy Spirit. So the power of the Holy Spirit will make things happen. It ain't me. It'll never be me, so I can't be no of us. You know?
Yes, right. And speaking of that, because I was trying to get to that point, but at one point in time, it seemed like you had, whether it was something that wouldn't come, like, I even like kind of whatever, some people in feel like, you know, overcoming that. I want to pay attention. But if you're willing to,
Yeah. And this is the reason why I'm pushing this agenda. If I could do it, anybody could do that. So there's a mindset. When you're dealing with violence, and you know, when you say I get injured, that was actually firearm injured. You know, I almost get murdered. You know, they shoot in my back, they shoot in my leg, virgin, my close childhood friend, they murder in the 49 in front of me. So now, coming from where I come from, now you have a reason to go kill somebody. You know who this person is? You have all the reason, every resource you have to go and kill this person and retaliate for your injuries. Alright. So I have to think about this. Is that what I want to be known for? Or I could use that situation to show others that they don't have to go that way. You know, because surviving it make me see, first of all, see my brethren mother crying for her son, and the pain that she felt is a pain that I don't want to be part of. I don't want to be nobody else. That pain what I see, because I know it is a real pain. Nobody is exempt from it. So once you pick up them things and live that life, just know that will come to you too. So do you want that? If you want that for yourself, that means you don't really know that pain, you see that pain before. I changed my agenda right away. That's why I push it. Yeah. Cease fire on everybody, and you know what I'm saying? Live in peace and love. Because that's the only way we're going to make it as a community. Worldwide. It's a global thing. It's not nowhere just for one. Anybody tell you I'm talking to, I was just talking to a man from Jamaica, and I will tell him about my agenda, my message, my mission that I am about the ceasefire. Lady just say, man, I hope that message reach down Jamaica too. It's all over. We have this senseless killing and this violence with these guns. These guns is not killing people, it's mindset. So we have to push out them, because if you do something kind to somebody, they won't be think about harming you. If somebody cut you off, say your mother's skull, whatever, and you say, hey, God bless you, my brother. The man who angry, he will bring down the mother's skull to you, because he will be like, that man ain't come out with me, but yeah, kiss your mother's skull. But you come out for a different energy. So that's the kind of why we got to push. Simple. Because even the man who do me or try murder me, I ain't looking for them and me care to say, yeah man, when I catch this person, that ain't how my mindset is. My mindset is, I hope them man change them man ways. You know what I mean? Live more in love before they even think about being not so bad. But the message gotta come around. Somebody gotta push it.
Yeah. But I think that's like commendable. That's like, I'm sure that's a very good and powerful way for you to actually experience that everything. Look within yourself and take yourself and all that. Even like the sea, we have been resources wherever you go.
Yeah.
He said, you know what now? So he only like a scared thing. Just like he said, you make the conscious decision that yo, I mean, everybody do this. Really, yeah, that is very, very powerful.
I got children too. And when it comes to why, nobody is exempt from this thing. But man will see you with your children and turn it down. So that's how the thing will go. So I know this thing here. So why would I promote this thing when you go cast somebody innocent to me what? That's stupid, that don't make sense. And then on top of it, we're suffering, brother, we're not living good, we're not living the best. From my small island to the world, we got people everywhere suffering. Ain't everybody doing good. Because everybody have the me mindset now, they care about another man. They pass you on the road, they talk down on you before they help you. That's the kind of thing that's going on, and we need to change that. You know? So that's how that is.
Yeah, you know, yes. You know what I mean? So like I said, that's a good way. That's a good reason. So I think we should try to get behind this movement. Ceasefire. Global ceasefire. We trying to we need to get a balance. Everything like we want to done through violence. Let the father make it work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so and that like I said, that's a good way. I do body work. Yeah, that one day for. That one is a big tool too, you know. That one day like that one same one, you know.
Homegrown too, Danny Banger from back home too. Then pick up the classmate to same way. You know, respect for him for building the rhythm. You know,
It's like
I say I gotta do something, you know, for us that will motivate us to go down, do what we do best. You know, bring back home the money to the house. You know, go out and work, bring the money back and go, you know what I mean? And that's what that's motivated by. So, even a producer himself, you could jam it and sing it, so I don't pay 50 more already. They work hard, you know?
yeah. That one is a real man. So, and you said I want to be present if you don't know, but perfect timing is still out, right? And
Yeah.
the stream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Perfect timing is still out.
That more conscious message. Perfect timing, and then I hit them with the dance hall. It was more mixture, you know. So dance hall league. You know, ritual is all about, you know, attracting what you want in life, man. So focusing on, you know, what you want to have, the goals, and then putting down things that you need to do to get to that goal and accomplish that goal. So you make that ritual, make that something that you do all the time. So then you will definitely be successful. I mean, you can't fail when you have game plan. You got the blueprint, you follow the blueprint, you can't fail. You got build the house up, accomplish what you are accomplishing. So that's what the ritual about. Yeah, nothing doing no magic or nothing like. It's just a comparison with that kind of like, we know rituals, you know, people do spells and light candle and all that stuff. Nah, nothing to do with that. That's a comparison.
Yeah. So, this the single that you say that you're dealing with, is it from that same pattern?
No, this is actually just a single.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your own lane. This is a thing that going, man, I already know. It's gonna get sponsorship worldwide because that's what the world need. You know what I'm saying? So spreading the good vibes is something that, first of all, the song was recorded back in 2012, and you know what I'm saying, they were relevant then, will be more relevant now. So that's why we redo the song. We got it over, the Genesis out of Jamaica, is a Jamaican producer on it, you know what I mean? That's also the engineer, and you know, once I meet with him, we had a chemistry. Genesis know to deal with me, you know what kind of how I let my thing sound.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, and then I bring Johnson camera in on it, and you were done with it. He's like, yeah man, let me do it. And we here today, we shoot the video today with Orlando right now. This is like I said, we don't think about this thing, we don't move with the spirit. So when we want to do something, we be up and we're going to do it. It might not be all the best circumstances, but the energy and the spirit, we don't move with the flesh. The flesh full of weakness, but the spirit ain't got none. So we just go and do our thing. Done, you know, we done shoot today. We had an amazing shoot, man. We had a lot of love today. The second annual for our city union. Man, it was so much fun, man. The third one will be something. Don't miss it. That's all I got.
Okay, yeah. So that's how we time to do it. Okay, but the second annual for the city union.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean,
That's why we have to pull up, you know?
yeah. That's cool. See, man, bring it back home to the foundation. You know what I'm saying? But you have this guest here. Right? So
Yeah.
if you want to bring it back to say,
Yeah, man.
yeah. So we go. Yeah. Talk to the bridge, and then we go also want to talk to Red. The man will be there with the from the city. Yeah. So yeah, you know what I mean? I'll just check on See, we have in live on location, live on set. Mr. Forrest in the music.
Hey, Fimo.
We're gonna bring you back. You ain't done yet.
Will I be done yet? Okay, that's all good.
We just want to. Yeah, we just want to. Just want to speak. Just want to speak. Well, right now, we just switch up and be joined by, well, I'm going to him introduce himself. But right now, what we got right now is his establishment. Introduce yourself.
Mr. Forest City Music, man. We know Forest City Road, Orlando, Florida. I don't know where your followers or, your people's at right now, but we in Orlando, Florida, Mr. Forest City Music. I basically started off selling CDs and ponies and out of stores, barbershops, and all that stuff like that. But yeah, J-Star, we've been rocking with us since like I want to say like 2002, 2025. But his cousin, which is like my best friend, both. We have both been rocking for a minute, and we all, with the help of us, like Slaughterhouse, but we all created Slaughterhouse. One person like both came up with a name, and we had a vision. I remember I was moving to California, and he was like, "Hey, I just got this little young box," and I'm like, "What that is?" And he told me what it was, and he was like, "Put the studio up, come to our own studio," and basically, that's what we did. But I was going to California, bro. Like, I was literally moving to California. And the day before I left to go to California, I stopped by my crib, and I hollered at him, like, "Hey, bro, much love, I love you." But I got to try to get my life together, but I was young. And that same day, he showed me the inbox and stuff, and I was recollecting. So I'm like, alright, but I'm still gonna move to California. So I moved to California, stayed out there for a year. I was in San Diego. I stayed out there for a year, and then one of my other friends, he called me back to Orlando because he started car wash business. And he was like, "I need to play from it." So I'm like, alright. So I came back to Orlando, and when I came back here, as soon as I came back, I started working with a car wash thing that one of my friends had. And when I would get off of work, I would go all at home. And go like go in the studio, trying to get in there. So I'm like, things, like, I heard it, but I'm Slaughterhouse, whatever. I'm like, okay, so we got this tattoo, got to draw the logo and all this. We got the logo made, got to copy it. And then that's when he brought in J-Star. And J-Star was young back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, J-Star was young. J-Star sat here and told the story, but the story that he's telling is like he just showing the world like the positivity that he on and things that he trying to put big in and show him like you need to do things like how he was saying about just before City was having a second annual reunion or whatever. It was like regardless where you at, whatever you got show up. I was talking shit about him earlier. Excuse my language, but I was talking this about him. I said, man, J-Star told me he want to come and perform, and he didn't even show up. That's what I was telling Mo earlier. And then boom, out of nowhere, he showed up. Like he showed up, and that put a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? So like I told him too. I said, man, I was just talking mess about you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but the story that he told you. That's him, but he's only, I see he's grown up, let me say that. Right? He done got older, and And back then, I know Jay Star from back then, and he got a story like he done went through a lot of stuff. Just like he gave y'all one story when he seen somebody get shot in the eye, you know what I'm saying? Like, and right in front of him, but he's got stories down here too. Like, for himself, like, he got a story, like, he can write a book, like a movie, like Tyler Perry can take this, or whoever, you know, can get his story. He got real story, and that's what he can put in his music. Like, if you go and listen to Jay Star music right now, today, or yesterday, and when I mean yesterday, like all of his old stuff, you're gonna find a substance in the music. Like the music, he always had substance behind what he was saying. He always had a backing behind it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So with him being with Slaughterhouse back then, like Mo brought him into Slaughterhouse, and he just right now the interview that you just gave him, he had to go into a band within these years, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because back then you didn't want. Listen, Jay Star be ready. Listen, Jay Star, and that boy be ready to whatever. But you know, that's why he teach it. That's why he's trying to teach it to the youth, because he know what he went through. You know what I'm saying? And he changed his whole life around. He joined the military. And you know what I'm saying? He stopped a lot of things that he was doing back then that he was doing, and it made a total difference. Because if he'd have kept on doing the same thing that he was doing when he was younger, when he was youth, it would have been over. You know, it would have been like these kids that be on the news every day, and they getting killed, they going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They going to prison for 50 and 100 years or whatever it is because of your knowledge. You don't have nobody to give you the guidance. And Jay Star now, he's trying to preach. He's trying to preach to these kids and get it in them, which they should be doing. Like, they should be listening, but and we was kids too, right? So we didn't listen a lot of times also. But if we keep on teaching it, somebody's going to catch it. Even if it's that one kid out there that gets the message. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need that one kid out there that's not doing right and not doing what they supposed to be doing, not getting your grades right in school. You out here following behind your homeboy, carrying guns, smoking weed, whatever you may be doing. Stop following behind your homeboys. Be a leader. Mr. Ford City telling you this, man, for real. Be a leader, not a follower, because when you follow behind somebody, you is a nobody. I'm going to let you know that. When you follow behind somebody, you are nobody. But if you're a leader, they follow behind you. You know what I'm saying? And what Jay Star is doing, he's trying to get the message out to the older and the older, you know, and the older, not just the younger and the older. And even though I'm older, I still listen. You know what I'm saying? Jay Star younger than me. I listen. Like, if you got a good word, even if y'all out there, if y'all got a good comment, drop a comment. Don't be scared to comment. Say, if y'all got something that I think you feel like I'm saying is wrong, so correct me. Give me some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to listen. And that's what Jay Star is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't need to, get deep into, our little conversation, because we just really started the interview. But I just wanted to give you my rundown on him because I know him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even though me and Jay Star, we haven't even been together in 10, 15 years, like, my son, he did a video up here like 10 years, the song Geedian. Do you know that song that Jay Star got? Geedian. That's what it's called, right, Jay Star? Yeah. Geedian. You go on YouTube, y'all go on YouTube and pull up Jay Star Geedian. My son, you'll see a young guy in there, look like me. And he ended up playing a construction guy. Jay Star put my son in his video. That was 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And he's a grown young man now. But yeah, go check out. Even back then, that's the same thing comes back to what we're talking about. the substance that Jay Star put into the music. You go and listen to that song. Go on YouTube and pull up Geedian. He got a whole message in that song. Like all of his music it's like a reverend. He is a reverend to the streets. Cause he gonna preach to you and he gonna tell you exactly what it is. And like I was saying earlier, even his old stuff, you go back and listen to all his old stuff, he's, regardless of whatever he's saying in the music, he is definitely giving you a message and he is teaching to you and he preaching to you.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like I said, you need Mr. Forest City music. You know what I mean? We had the establishment.
Yes, sir.
Let us know what you have had.
Here, I basically, like I was saying earlier, I started off, I sell CDs. You can't go nowhere in the world right now and find somebody selling CDs because I know I'm not stupid. I'm far from dumb. No one listens to CDs no more. I know all of the youngsters and all of that, they don't listen to CDs. But guess what? They still do have people out there that do, just like people who try to find retro records and stuff like that, have record players. If y'all don't know about record players, that's what I came up of. And when I was first born, freaking 8 tracks, just the same way CDs, y'all don't listen to CDs, 8 tracks was just fading away when I was born into this world. So y'all do the calculation. I just look like this. But, 8 tracks was fading away and they was starting to make tapes and stuff. And I always listen to music, bro. Like, that's my thing. Like, music is my therapy. We had the record label. That's why I started selling music because, like, I just love music, and I always had music, but that ain't even a conversation. What I do here is I still sell music, but most of the people come and everybody get on their little USBs and stuff. You know, if y'all want to come holler at me, you need me to mail you something, listen, hit me up. It's Mr. Force in the music. Music spelled M-U-Z-I-K. It's not M-U-S-I-C. It's M-U-Z-I-K. You can find me on YouTube. Look, if you look in the background, if y'all see up here on the TV, that's my YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, whatever social media you're looking for me. But I still sell music, which don't generate the money. What makes me the money is I do t-shirts also. I specialize in doing t-shirts. You look at this shirt right here. I made this. Trap. I'm not a rapper. I made all of this, but that's what I really specialize. I got my own clothing brand called Gas Pack. It's me and my god brother Corey. We came up with Gas Pack, and it's all in my display case. And if you come to Mr. Force in music, you'll see. But I do all custom stuff like the beta suits you see up there. That's my brand right there. It's called Gas Pack, but I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's cool. So you hear it, customization, own brand.
I do everything, bro.
Shirts.
Look, these, to let y'all get from my face, this my logo. Y'all, excuse me, I ain't mean to jump in front of the camera. But these stickers right here, I did these also. This my logo. If y'all want to see the same on my shirt. That's my logo. Same on my chain. Y'all see it. But yeah, we've been here for 9 years. I've been selling music for over 25 years. And yeah, that's what we basically do.
So the shirts, you flyer and stuff like that.
Yeah. I do flyers, business cards, all that.
Business cards, all that. So it's a far city.
I do a lot of promotions too. I don't advertise my promotion. I DJ. I got DJ services.
Okay.
I promote a lot of artists, like for real. Like I know a lot of local Orlando artists, not really. Only island artists I really mess with is J Star. Like J Star and his family. So and you can't help but to listen to if you listen to music, like if you a real music head, it don't matter if you American or not. His shit is jamming. And your boy, what's your name, brother?
Daemeon.
What you is on Instagram, because they need to check you out. Your shit was jamming, bro. Like for real. I much respect, like for real. Your shit was jamming. John what?
John September. It's spelled J-H. Period. Yeah, no.
They can hear him.
We're gonna bring him.
Okay, bet. Y'all need to hear that, like, because listen.
Yeah, so
Jay started introduced me to a new artist.
Before I let you leave, let me know what's the significance and how you started or why you came up with the first CD.
That was basically like I was supposed to do it like every year. I did my first 4-city reunion in 2018, I believe. It was 20. I'm trying to think how long I had my shop, because I got this shop in 2016, and I had the first 4-city reunion in 2017 or 18, and it was an incident that went down. So I shut it down, and I was like, I'm not going to throw it again, because I was supposed to do it every single year. Like every year I was going to do it. And it was an incident happening, and I shut it down. But the reason why I did it again was because my brother, shout out to my big brother, Pee-wee, he in Louisiana, and he was like, bro, before my brother asked me, everybody been asking me to throw this shit for years again, because the first one was lit. Like, I had this whole block like sold up for real.
Yeah.
But that's why I wish you came earlier when they came and Jason shot the video. But my brother, he asked me again. He was like, bro, why don't you do the 4-city reunion again or whatever? And I had already been telling everybody else, like, I'm not gonna do it, but because everything, if something happened, I'm responsible for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the owner. But for some reason this year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it again. My brother asked me, and he was actually supposed to come out here and cook, but he got a proposal from his landlord to buy their house and his wife. So he was like, bro, I can't come. So he didn't come or whatever, but he's in Louisiana. And he the one that actually threw the idea back at me to do it again. And I already know what it brings, like the 4-city reunion, it brings the people from the neighborhood together, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I like to see everybody reuniting instead of us really growing old. Because when we get older, it's about going to work and then going home with your old lady, you know what I'm saying, and trying it again the next day, you know what I'm saying? You get money, and they done forgot about their old friends or forgot about where they came from. So it just be like if Jay Slaughter would have known everybody here, then they would have known the story of what was going on while these people was here, you know what I'm saying? Jay Slaughter, he showed up on the street. Jay Slaughter didn't know nobody over here. He know me, you know what I'm saying? And he know we family, and we know we Slaughterhouse. So he already know he can come over here and do what up. Jay Slaughter come over here and run shit because we family. It's like my brother. And the 4-city reunion, I just knew it was gonna bring the neighborhood back together, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look right there, look, you see that 4-city sign. This is where I'm from. Like, I grew up in the neighborhood. There's a gas station across the street. There's a whole neighborhood back there. It's called Briarcliff, and that's where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? From elementary to middle school to high school. You know what I'm saying? And after high school, I was running up and down these streets, like for real. Like, I'm running up and down these streets selling drugs and doing dumb stuff what kids do. And then I just had to grow older, just like, that's why I respect what I was talking about earlier. Jay Starr, he's grown older, and he's speaking and preaching positivity to the youth and to the older folks, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that a lot. But that's why that's why I did the Force City reunion thing, and I plan on doing it like annually. Like I'm trying to be consistent because I was supposed to be consistent with it, but like I said, it was a situation happening, and I'm in my brain. I'm like, if anything happens, it's falls on me. It ain't gonna fall on you or you. Y'all can go home and lay in y'all bed and go to sleep and wake up in the morning. I got to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my mind was, but that's why I did the Force City reunion again, though, for real.
Yeah, but that's cool. Like, I was trying to say that. So what did you do? Maybe be the first one. Like,
the first one, it was the same reason, bro. For real, I knew it was gonna bring the neighborhood together. Like, and I got a whole story. Like, I got a whole J-Star. Tell you, J-Star, don't be, bro. I got a whole nice story. Like, for real, I done wrote autobiography. I done wrote what do you call it? Non-fiction book. And I done wrote a stage play. I got these right now that could be like produced because I got a whole nice story for real. When I went to prison, bro. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story and let y'all know some real shit, like for real. Excuse my language once again, but I'm gonna let y'all know, like, when I say I started selling CDs like 25 years ago, for real, it's 2025. I was selling CDs in 2000, for real. And I would have book bags. I would get Louis Vuitton, and I'm still rocking to today. Look, I'm still rocking Louis Vuitton. Look, I'm still. Back then, I would have Louis Vuitton book bag. I ain't gonna never forget. I would have my Louis Vuitton book bag, bro. And back then, the Louis Vuitton was still expensive, bro. Because I remember I was paying like $350, $400 for the book bag. And no, for real, and not even the knockoff shit. I'm talking about the real deal. And I would put CDs in the book bag, and everywhere I go, like I'd be like, "Hey, what's up? You music, whatever." And I graduated from selling CDs in the book bag to I was on the corners setting up tents, like how we had setting up tents, and I'm selling CDs up on the table to getting in barbershops with my homeboys and shit. Been selling CDs, excuse me, but I was selling CDs on this corner right here, literally on this corner where I'm at. We're on Forest City and Kennedy. If y'all want to Google it. Forest City Road and Kennedy Boulevard in Orlando, Florida. 2007. I used to make so much money selling CDs. I had like in 2007. And this was from like 2004 to 2007, bro. I had people working for me. I had like 5, 6 employees working for me. I would be doing all kind of stuff. And I would have people set up. I had somebody set up right here, and I had another one over here. It's another gas station down the road from here selling CDs from me. Anyway, one night in 2007 in August, bro, at the end of the night, I would come and pack up my stuff. I would go and get the money and pack up stuff and help them pack everything up. So one night I go out there, bro, and I ain't gonna never forget, it was Sunday night. J-Star, was you out there that night? Okay, that was Austin and Zoe. Yeah, Zoe was working for me that night, but Austin was out there too, bro. And anyway, I come to help them pack up. We packing the CD to the trunk, and then I'm so on point with stuff. My eyes be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm good. Man, I seen a PT Cruiser pull up behind the stove, but he coming in kind of fast, and I had to peep it. And I'm getting the CDs and putting them in the trunk from the table. Bro, then it came from behind the stove. 2 dudes sitting in the back seat, and it was the dude driving a PT Cruiser, bro. Then 2007. Bro, they come from behind the stove. The 2 dudes in the back seat, they jump out at the same time, draw guns on me. And so, and Austin was already gone. They draw guns on us, bro. But so it happened so fast. As soon as I seen it, I just start running. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Zoe was doing, but as soon as I seen her jump out the car and say, give it up, I just started running. And when I started running, the one dude, so started tussling with the one dude, and the other dude started chasing me. But when he was chasing me, he was shooting after me, bro. The man shot out to me like 2-3 times. The good Lord saved me, bro. I ain't get touched not one time. But he shot at me only 2-3 times, bro. So it only means that he ran out of bullets. He only had 2-3 bullets or his gun jammed. It was only them two. And then once I heard the gun stop shooting, I go in my pocket and reach for my gun, and I turn around and I start shooting him. And this was before the Walgreens was over there. And the dude was started running toward that Walgreens. It was all woods and there wasn't no lights, so I couldn't really see him. It's 10:30 at night. There wasn't no lights over there, bro, with the Zaxby's and all that there. That's where he started running. So I started shooting at him. The long story short, I wound up going to prison. I wound up going to prison, bro, 2007. I went to prison in 2008, bro. I caught 8 years. And I go to prison, bro, and I do 7 years. I get out in 2015. My son is my witness. He right there. I got out in 2015, bro. And the whole time I was in prison, when I told you about the books, I wrote the autobiography, the stage play, and a nonfiction book. I wrote all that when I was locked up. I wasn't sitting in that bullshit doing, bro, I got my mind is going a billion miles an hour when I'm in prison, bro. I'm like, this is my first time ever going to prison. I'm not no prison dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I got in there, I had to make sure my brain was on point, you know what I'm saying? Because this is an environment I never been with. You got all kind of crazy stuff going on in here, dudes on dudes, and just all gangs and just a whole bunch of stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? People going to prison and now they becoming Muslim and all of this because they're in prison. I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with that. I promise you, do right. I want everybody to do right, but don't do something like I was saying earlier about being a follower. Don't follow because you see, if I see this man, he becoming a Muslim, don't mean that I have to become a Muslim. I have to be me. I have to be a leader. I have to do what I want to do, and that's what I want y'all to do. But when I went to prison, bro, and I see so much, and I got in there, I had my mind right. And I said, man, when I get out, I can show you, if I find it, bro, I can show you some stuff right now. Like, I had a whole map of, when I was in there, I drew out a whole map of this barbershop, and I want to sell CDs and everything. When I said, when I get out, I want to do something like this. And guess what? When I got out in 2015, bro. 2016, I got this shop. And shout out to Mo, too, once again. Slaughter Mo, that's J Star cousin. Listen, shout out to my boy, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of this shit wouldn't even be going on, like, for real. Like, this my boy. He helped me through thick and thin. And when I came up with the first Ford City reunion, I was just, like I said, I had just got my shop, and I've been gone for 7 years, bro. So I haven't seen a lot of my good friends who I grew up with and shit like that, because like I was saying, everybody, once you growing old, now you going to work, you getting off of work, you go home to your old lady, you tired, and you want to try it again the next day, go get some more money, go home, and you're not really reuniting with your old friends like you used to, because when you kids, you can do that. You ain't got no responsibilities. Now you got responsibilities. Not everybody is not seeing everybody like they should. So I say, you know what? I got the foundation. Let me bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring the neighborhood back together so everybody can reunite and see each other. And that's what I did. Like, the first one, it was J Star. If you would have came to the first one, bro, it was twice as this much people as this one. The weather messed this one up, I feel. You know what I'm saying? It would have been way more people, because on my social media, bro, every time I posted this shit on my social media, you can go on my TikTok right now, bro. I got crazy views on my TikTok, crazy likes, crazy shares. You can go on my Facebook, my Instagram, listen forward to the music, and it was going crazy. But the weather, bro. But that's why I did the first was it, because I want the same thing like I told you before. I want to bring the neighborhood back together, bro. That's basically it.
Okay, right. That's like definitely something positive
for the community. You know what I'm saying? And like, and being that.
And not meaning to cut you off. I'm sorry, not meaning to cut you off. I know that if anybody is listening to this right now live, I know that y'all don't know what are we actually talking about. But I'm a guy from Orlando, Florida. J-Star's CEO. I'm one of the co-CEOs of Slaughterhouse, and I started a lot of stuff on Forest City, and I appreciate the interview. You know what I'm saying? You put me in here because I'm the same way, just like Jay. I like to teach positivity also. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, y'all, I know y'all don't know me, but if y'all get to know me, y'all go on my social media. You ain't even gotta follow me. Just go on there and be nosy and go check it out. It's Mr. Forest City Muzik. Muzik is spelled M-U-Z-I-K. You go on my YouTube, it's spelled the same way. Mr. Dot Forest City Muzik. And then you go on YouTube, it's Mr. Dot Forest City Muzik Vlogs. You go check me out. I got a whole bunch of videos. You can get an understanding of what we actually are speaking about Forest City and Mr. Forest City Muzik and stuff. But if y'all need any music, t-shirts, I got a lot of merch and stuff. I sell a lot of hats. I sell a lot of face masks. I got other type of miscellaneous accessories that I sell, like Bluetooth, AirPods, and all of that. Y'all can reach me at Mr. Forest City. I mail stuff. I don't care if you're in Missouri, California, New York. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. That's good. Mr. That Forest City Muzik. You know what I mean? That's good, man. Like I say, give thankful. You know, be giving us like some more story.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, those shout us out as well. You know, platforms. About blessing of music. You know what I'm saying? That's a platform. So,
yeah.
Shout it out and your page as well.
Okay. You say bless and love music?
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. For sure. You got my Instagram?
Yeah, show it out.
You alright. I shouted it out. Mr. Dot Forest City Muzik. Y'all should already have it. Like, if y'all want to be nosy and look me up, just go on out and check me out.
Yeah, so we go
for real.
We gonna follow, and I'm saying, like I said, we're going to say, and then we spread the love. You know what I'm saying? Like we say, people.
That's a sticker.
Yeah, we got this. Like, when we done from here, I go check out some of the bunch. You know, see what's back. Because I got to give me somebody. What the line name?
Gas pack.
Yeah, so I
gas
need a gas pack.
Another thing, y'all can check out my gas pack page also. It's gas pack __ FLA. Yeah. And we got a regular gas. You can go to just gas pack. Gas pack lifestyle. I'm sorry. Gas pack lifestyle. You can go pull that page up too, and then you might see a gas pack NY, because we got one in New York too. But look that up.
Alright, bless man. Bless for sure.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we gonna speak with the artists now.
Yes, sir.
When the J started, we both.
Yeah, that's what I'm fighting. I ain't gonna have to do.
I'm gonna get it for your music.
Yes, sir. Greetings.
Yes, sir.
That's a little massive world, you know. Daemeon, aka Justin Kepler. I'm saying, my God, I say, Thomas, man and race. My brother from the public, my father was saying, it's okay. As a child,
Yes, sir. So you keep like your man and school and everything there?
yeah.
So what's school you're at? I say, what town country?
Yeah, so I predominantly went to school in the country. Went to the Boomers Elementary, went BCP, then graduated from Oregon.
Yeah, so wait, you don't do
So not only music, right now I do solar installation. What I'm saying is I've been doing solar installation since about summer of 2018. That was the same year that I did yes, that about March of 2018 I started the solar.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So that was something because I know I'm slow is I know you.
Yes, sir.
Where you were like when you feel it, because I went to LA because of you much of
It's funny, man, because it's like people would tell me that they think I should do. And it wasn't something that I would always pursue. I didn't even pursue it. You know what I mean? Like, what I would say is I've always been a good fan of music. I grew up listening to the boss genres of music. And so, you know what I mean? I grew up listening to between Tony T and one part of it was Robert something. I used to always be on identified activity, but I grew up listening to everything from Chris Cross to Immature to just look to be like she was big on Tony Braxton and then Freddie Jackson, like you know, my last time was all the age, like so it's like
that's a vast palette there.
Yeah, so yeah, and I used to listen, I always like to sing a lot to like music, like no matter what it was. Like I say, if I know a song and the song catchy and stuff in my head, like I sing a lot with it. That day was like, it's a thing with man, like I have something singing and you know what I mean, like just singing. My first time ever really actually performing a song, I went in the 6th grade. They wanted us to do so it was they had this test called the Math 7, right? And the Math 7 basically was like an academic test we used to people, right? And they wanted our class, the 6th grade class, to kind of like do a kind of promotional vibe for the test to the younger grade then, basically. So like we had a chance to like a couple people out of our class volunteer. I think it'll be like 3, 5, 6 a week. You know what I mean? My brother who we done who also does music currently to this day. You know what I'm saying? He and his brother Joe were there, man. They play music from day high, the same way, you know what I mean? And when I spent the most of my childhood growing up was pretty high rise in Ras Valley. You know what I mean? So that's where I pretty much knew that man they found, you know what I'm saying? From growing up, I think. They say, me, another brother named Andrew who were playing the drums, you know what I mean? And a couple of sisters, you know what I mean? Volunteering at the time. I say, I'm not ready to make this for that. You know what I'm saying? So my sister, I'm in class with them, she ready, man. And I run the truth and said, yeah. But like, me getting into writing myself up like years down the road. Like guys. I myself also after graduating, I went to the army. You know what I mean? So I spent 3 years active in the army and then I went straight back September. So like they say graduated in 2001. So by summer 04 I was back in the VA. I get into construction at the time. Like a few years before I even started like getting to like studying more Rastafari, just so I know around going more, look up the Bobo Shanti, like perspective of Rastafari culture. So I spent a few years like where music was taboo. Like if anybody know like the Bobo Shanti and the real, dedicated about that monastic life, Bobo Ashanti. Like they don't deal with like outside music, they don't deal with any other music other than they have indie drum song and things like that. So like I say, very taboo at the time to like, listen to certain thing or like at the end of the day, like I had always just no music, you know what I mean? And definitely used to question myself like why is it so bad to like really have a love for music, you know what I mean? And I could understand like okay, people say like there's like the politics, the underlying politics and sort of corruption that's in the music industry itself. You know what I mean? But a person that just have a genuine love for like music and spreading good messages, like I don't see why that should be like chastised or not loved. You know, so great. Yeah, I could just like I might be a little bit of a old castle, you know, in that sense. But like, you know, and you know, to change, that's still the same manner. Still, most I still love people. Still, you know, really just don't feel like I got to do like I have been hard to do and make it think somebody else is hard to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like the first time I ended up in an actual studio and record anything period, or like maybe like 2010, 2011. You know what I mean? And that was because of a brother named Smokey. Smokey, like, and he helped me and Smokey and linked up after years. Like, them I went the same high school, everything I've been, but like, as I said, time went by and we went our separate ways, but then we ended up linked again because of our solar hot water heater installation program that, you know what I mean, we ended up joining out like about 2010. And coming down to finishing the program, we had a day, a week, you know, getting a ride from the instructor to you know, just dropping us off the road and thing. And we in the car just vibing and somehow the subject of music come about and I decided to say, hey, I have writing something, you know. So I voiced it for them, man. It's a song I had, my first song I ever read was called Teach the Youth. You know what I mean? So I voiced it for them, man, and then like, Smoking, you were like, we need to finish that. So like, okay. You know what I mean? And I went in, I only had like I think the hook and a first verse, and then I went ahead and you know craft the second verse and finish it. And at the time we ended up on a mixtape that we had like with that group of people between Smokey B, Nairobi, aka Geedian, a brother named Giant, Asnaldo, a couple of other brethren. And them man, like I say, them man is man that been doing music and like consistent, like I say, consistently been doing music. And, like when I in class, paying attention to my work, them man might have been in the corner somewhere and chant out someplace, which I say, and like that's just the vibe. So like everybody were like, they were like an iron sharpening iron around that time too, you know. So like I could definitely say big up to all the brethren there for like just giving me encouragement, pointers, hey, voice that way over. You know what I mean? Like just strength to strength, you know. So the project was called so together we was referred to as the real people, and then that project was called Representative of the Islands. You know what I'm saying? We had a sister named Radiance and they very powerful singer. She had a nice original song that started with the whole mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was just at that point in time we were using like more hip hop beats for that project. And then we did another project where we did like dancehall beats, you know what I mean? So none of this were for profit per se. Like mixtape, you know what I mean? On the drum stuff. So it was like so then when you are like forced to you know, so like okay, yeah, I actually went in a studio and yeah, that was because of Smoke. They say they love Smoke reality for sure. They say so like I actually started so after the weekend, yes I get to farm so yeah, we had a few opportunities for performances like the water fair, the annual agriculture fair that we're having. We start doing the performances, if not 2011, 2012. You know? Raspanaya was in Paradise, Raspanaya, and he was like the spearhead of that segment of the water fair, which was like the music and the entertainment. You know, before Raspanaya started to deal with it, you know what I mean? So through Raspanaya, definitely had a platform. You know, they had a chance to they had a chance to really like grab the mic and walk the stage and get a crowd interaction. Then through smoking, I guess he's been making music for a minute. He had a better time experimenting something. People can't be Jack was at the time. Jack went up with these. Yeah. So that's why I went up performing. But they had the brother Ali Gold, he had the I remember the people that were at the show, at the idol, after the idol was done, far over to the show after the show. So, we do the first part of the business, it was nice, man. Like I said, we did a song that we all had together, so like everything had made sense because we organized performance. We said doing a sort of thing, so it was like we sort of set around sounds and every song that was a collab with all of us. I started like not to hear people mind, but we were taking check. So because it was good, man. It was good. Like the time was so good, man. It was nice experience, man. So that's why. Oh, when you say no, I think you were already taking music more serious to say okay, they actually want to do this. So definitely more serious. But still not as serious as I did before. You know, okay, that is that Monday just started like. If I had to see somebody else that was like very encouraging, like in music, or like just started because I never remember time. Like I said, when I was more not even like dealing with music in that sense. We used to be in front of Plaza Extra out in the east. So it was selling seed and DVD. Some things so like boom. I got to go to the store now and go to the store and just interactions there and be like, you got something in here, man. You got that music, so you got a couple of them. Every day you need to bust a tune, man. You need to do something. So it just been like over the years, but then like time been there. You know, but then after the brother smoked me, I ended up leaving the island. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but he ended up leaving the island around 2012, 2013. Me and this man started to work on a project which would have been my first big state project, which was called the Queen of the Mud. So day in, day out, night after work, me and this man linking up by his spot and just working on the music. That project ended up around like, I think it's like 18 tracks. I mean, like I say, it's a big state, but then they had a few original tracks on it. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole big state, there might have been like 2 to 3 original tracks on the whole big state. But yeah, that's what it was. I had a nice time working on that project. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say this man is a very passionate individual when it comes to music. He definitely had that push and that drive, like that's like very motivational, encouraging, and so like I got to give thanks to my dad just to see the need and his journey and along the way that we dropping jumps and tools, you know what I'm saying? Like hey, you start to see you, you look at the fire, you see you, like you just like show you really like to because I have to ask them, you know what I'm saying? Because I see people that how they go about doing it, but like I'm going to take after I started like having conversation with you sort of myself that I really don't want to live like they don't have any bit me go to the time. I said, because I don't really have you know I got to educate myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I think that's what happened. Yeah, so like I spent a little business but you know, it's like the it's a vision for it. So it's like no I see getting better, but we still need to actually take it away. So we were talking like 2011, 24, yes, 24, these are already, we 2025, but so we my father, so I been able to some officials, this is my way actually. Started the producer, paid for my beat for the producer, went to the studio, voice the music, set it up with an engineer, go through that process, get out with our district, start the voice the music, I have singles right now, so music from Upbringing, Muzik, Spotify, you know what I'm saying, any major streaming platform, you know what I'm saying, you can find music, in the name, I get that in the name of the ocean. Yes, so yeah, the artist's name is Daemeon, but it's spelled. So my mother gave me Daemeon, right? So I just think, and you know how we talk back home, right? We have that heavy access. So like anytime somebody come looking for me, they don't say, "Hey Daemeon," they be, "Hey Daemeon." So I just take that pronunciation and just chop up the spelling of the name, and so I spell the name Daemeon, right? So Daemeon. Other people may know me as Jasa Kemna, because Jasa Kemna was a name that I've been using for so like since like 2006. You know, especially when I was like more around the Bobo camp, the heights, like the sensitive. Just a Kidna. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So some of my first, even okay, that mixtape, that's the name on that mixtape that I did. Right? Or even the first set of mixtapes that I went on, that's the name that my music is not that just a Kidna. But like I say, I just say like Ice Daemeon, the simple, like complicated, but yeah, and I'll probably what it is like, yeah, it's true. Yeah, Daemeon. And then when you look up the etymology of the word Daemeon, it's team, like unlike what the stigma that we see associated with the name, you know, that I think back in so when you were looking for this stuff, which mean with the Daemeon right now, that's Daemeon. The music is on Apple Music, MSS, Spotify, YouTube Music. I have so far, like I have 2 music videos that I've shot so far, and then the brother and I just went from doing another music video shoot today for a single that we planning to release here in a few weeks. It's called Good Vibes. So spreading the good vibes, which is like you can say like this like the world need more people who care, like right? And people as not as ill-tempered as we can be, because sometimes when you just take a second or two to really like think about a decision you may be about to make, like you could save yourself like 10, 20 years worth of stress and heartache, like mental whatever the case is, right? So it's like the future generation need to be able to see like better forms of conflict resolution to like, because it's easy for us to do our thing and go in but at the end of the day, like diplomacy is what I see. Like for instance, like if there wasn't any diplomacy right now, you don't want to see this, but right now there's talks of all this conflict, even like global conflict going on right now. So if diplomacy don't win, like at some point, then we will find ourselves living in that 2 days later frame. You know what I'm saying? It's scary because like, people don't really understand like the horrors, the true horrors that they come from the warfare. Like, you know what I mean? That's something we don't always really want to see. We don't see, okay, let's say the family that they have towers and technology and even just smoke shooting and stuff like that. Like we see certain levels of violence and things that they played out in America and stuff like that. And even in other parts of the world, but we don't really, nobody in the world, like, for example, like the world, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and something is like, you don't have to really have to go through that because you know how long it would take to recover from the level of damage and contamination and nuclear warhead that release into the earth. It's just like, you don't want that, you want more goodness, you want to see people tilling the soil, you want to see people smiling, you know what I'm saying? Like, come to the dance, you got work, but you know, watching. Yeah, I always like, okay, yeah, you go pay attention to your surroundings, you know, but like, at what point you won't really like able to like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like to be tense like that all the time is like, you know, it can't be good for your health either, you know, like mental state, everything. You know, it all connected, so from the start, if you don't tense up, okay, you know, yeah, going to line that energy just create some kind of, you know, correlated bodily ailment, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we just need to be more in a better state and mind altogether. So spreading the good vibes, you know, is about just like when people know, like hope is there, you know what I mean? Like, we got worry about, like, giving up on right facting because, like, if you want to be excited about something, better person, like better practice, you are fine, better achieve something, you get to the thing and see, like, okay, well, like, I gotta start here, like, you know what I mean? Just try to get a good vibes for you know? Yeah. So I feel like that's the whole premise of the good vibes. Yeah, you know, structure, you want love, you want to do it, right, so that's. Yeah, yes sir. So, me, God, this is my first man doing that. Yes, I'm saying, yeah. I came around, we on the spot, and what's that little thing for real? If you look at acapella, yeah, no problem. Yeah, man. If I want thing to learn, every trouble sit down on its own backside, yo. Every man got them turn, yo. Happy militant and happy do to survive, yeah. If you work, you will earn. Get up and up on a tree. Cause when you had all your things, you want to up the world when they can't do, remember me. Cause sometimes it go, enough time it gone. Indifferent, and mine on me goes, like where's my funds, counting the dividends, and eyes on the road, minding my own. I'm different, hey. So sometimes it cold, that's why we know I'm well indifferent. Again. So yes. Yeah, that's the actually, like, so when you ask me about why we're doing, like, my first ever single, is that song where they call hashtag the first ever single. Yeah, like official single. It's like, hashtag it different. I want to say our platform. It's like, you makes. We're doing it, we try to we complete this stuff, like, come back country and I guess we got to get to the things and we say, I mean, then follow one thing. And a bit about the solar vaccine, you know, so that's a big one. Because you have to, you know, just secure the solar. Yeah, so that's where I start from. And just keep on. Yeah, so the funny thing about that is, and I made a video and share it on Facebook. And so the people that tap into what we're talking about you guys there. I don't go into why I came with you because you asked me a specific question, but everything the time together. So that class was a government program, right? That was supposed to, like, when we completed the program, passed the program, we were supposed to have jobs provided by the government to install solar and water meters in the territory. And lo and behold, needless to say, that didn't happen. So it's like, we went through the class, we passed it, finish it, and get some certificates, pattern, that was it. Like, we were still, like, just kind of like, just how it, you know? I know one man, like, off the top of my head, that actually ended up doing anything solar related, like, and that was, like, pretty much, like, within a month or two after the whole program was done, like, he get his foot in the door and he was doing something solar related for, like, almost 35 years. Like, and even me myself, I am doing road construction. So, like, talking about go finish, get a certificate, still in a job, done unemployment, they take go to speak the company, I fill out the application, over again with them as a flagger, started flagging. So, I do that for like since 2010 to about 2014. Yeah, I remember it. But in the time that I was doing that, as you asked me, the introduction to solar Hawaii, piqued my interest, right? So I went ahead and I started, like, as a veteran, there's benefits that are available for like certain was a free education. So through UBI itself, you know what I mean, they had a class, solar photovoltaics professional, you know what I mean? So like, I went ahead and found it, and I was like, oh, so I can't afford it. So I decided, like, go ahead, sign up for the class. I signed up, I took the class, I passed the class. So I have a certificate for not just solar and water heating, but now the actual electric aspect of solar installation using the photovoltaic. And then even with that, I finished that. I probably get a certificate like 2012, 2013, the latest, and then the rest of it wasn't until 2019 when I actually get my foot in the door doing something in school. And they do like, you know what I'm saying? In between that time, I've been going as a beach attendant, you know what I mean? Yeah, I do a lot of new things in between that time. And so that was because the work wasn't available, or just about the program was supposed to be, it was implemented by the government, and they promised, right, that the people that complete the class, it's like no questions, work for you, and basically it was you ain't happy with. So like I said, I ain't have no choice but to find some kind of work, you know what I mean? So I always been that type of weirdo, like make sure I just, secure a little gig or something, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get out of here, make sure I had something come from it. You know, me having a few times at a time, but it's still just the principle of like doing like I say, I speak to the people over here, you know what I mean? With your habits of your own, and you want to support your own habits, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, like, let's go about the way you gotta do it, make sure it's good. So, yeah, that's how I ended up doing it. Like I say, that company that I finally started working with, I probably went to them like 2-3 times before I actually get hired. You know? I get hired, I was like, alright. Yeah. So like, we have to know it. You feel with the same company now. So, no, a few things I transferred with that company that make me really like have to separate from them. Like, from them bringing people that we had to teach how to do the job and paying them more than me. You know what I'm saying? To a situation that happened where I had slipped off of a roof one day. You know what I mean? If I was straight out of the slide, like, you know what I mean? Luckily, I didn't break nothing, you know what I mean? I'm still here, able to walk around and everything, still in agreement, but the way how they, it's funny because like you're talking about that happened. Okay, they send me to get checked out, you know what I mean? It's supposed to go to get a check up wherever the case is. But then like a month or 2 later, like I said, the whole talks about what they pay me and what they pay me, other people do going around. Then I see the owner for the company and the part owner for the company. And the simple fact that that man ain't even say, hey, how you doing, or are you okay, was enough for me to know, right, that I don't belong. You know what I mean? Because I should be right at that moment that I could care less. Like, I wasn't looking for the sympathy or anything like that, but just like, how is it that you heard about this incident? You see the people like you know, hey, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that it was weird to me, like, you know what I mean? And it just solidify my mind. And then at the end of the day, too, like you could say, like, the reason I don't really St. Thomas to come to, like, I live in Tampa right now, so I left St. Thomas in time because my daughter's mother is actually from Tampa, right? So my daughter was born in the Virgin Islands, but then my mother relocated to Tampa, so like, we wanted to be closer to the youth and everything. I tried to work out situations with my daughter, but at the time, I relocated, I found work. Post research for other jobs, so I don't start to do a little bit with campus. We're testing up for a little bit. Do solar with them. You know what I mean? But this solar with them from January 2021 up until April of last year. Yeah, we had a run up to the half and I just wanted to go like a little bit. I started doing a little more solar again with this other company now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got me as a youth lead, you know what I'm saying, solar installer, you know. So the thing I like about solar too is like there's a lot of traveling, like you're never in the same place at once. So the work is kind of similar and somewhat repetitive as some course, but the fact that you're always in a different place, so like I do a lot of workouts in Kissimmee, Orlando, Sarasota, all the way down to or Charlotte and things like that. You know what I mean? Beverly Hills and so like, you know what I mean? Just always on the move, someplace different than, you know. I like architecture too. Like that's another thing I like, just to, you know, see how things build up and grow. So that is one another thing where just for me to make it like become more better than you get this different houses, different people, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so like, how far do you think you will not say? I like could do this on my own or like start my own little thing, but I so honestly the thing I will have to start to really do now is like self-educate myself more on the electrical aspect. Like when I say electrical, I understand about okay, I'm trying to do the same piece, but like everything that happening on the ground from the service entry, the meter, you know, the main panel, the sub panel, you know what I'm saying? Where to place and disconnect, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm familiar with all the different types of equipment that we use, you know what I'm saying? Like you have the solar panels, and the energy coming from there, have to, if they don't have a micro inverters on the panels themselves, then that's going to be direct current coming straight down and have to be transformed into alternating current at an inverter. So the inverter, like we have to have a disconnect between the inverter and the heater and all the things, you know what I mean, just in case of emergency, you know, rapid shutdown, you know what I'm saying? Then it's you know, understanding like the codes, like NEC codes and things like that. I just got to be more vigilant and study that a little bit more so I could feel more comfortable, like take on and think by myself, but like, I know at the end of the day, like I know the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? They saying that because of course, you know, being from home, our baseline, our biggest and doing the rock. You know what I mean? So like I already thinking that, you know what I mean? When somebody with a more with a positive purpose, right? So you know, get to a different people. And Daemeon just got me home alone because we just got many places so far, man could just come out and do but we didn't that could be you know what absolutely listen guy think this is very so like that is like yeah I think you know the low and that is yeah yes sir to be able to give it to people and support yes sir as a people and truly that's every weekend yes sir that's what it's really like we have to give ourselves sense like it's like the thing that's happening right now, you know what I mean, you got people that got the you know the selling solar you have to stay kind of tired pretty good, you know what I mean? So like we're still getting a chance to make so I just stay here. I'm very, very, very high. Just energy building guys. We are doing side system correctly. I can manage your energy percent correctly. You will definitely give it I want to do it that from the like you from get out that's if you don't have a property. Like if you have a passion, you want to keep it like you say, you run the passion to a certain point, and then it's still able to you know, I mean, take the sunrise again, charge up the battery, and just power up the house. Like the house, and the bless where bless of you. Don't forget to check out the Muzik, Daemeon, yes, you know what I'm saying? We will check about chicks about them again and look before we leave man, you got a little force and the single. Yes, sir. A cappella, yes, sir. Yes. Yes, I don't feel like you know. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Well, give this time. For sure. So, you know, yes, you got it. You can check out the music, I check out the music, Daemeon. You know, say, Daemeon, just Kemna, aka Daemeon, Facebook, so either one of those, or Instagram, up on either one of those. But it's a lot. Stay sharp. Yeah. Yes. We here on what we do with our very good. Very good. Definitely catch a lot of people here, a lot of good things. So, like I will do this. Yeah, man. There's somebody there. Yes, you are good friend to the same way. That means if you have to gain something, I actually just share energy. So, share. I also have energy. We get the vibe, we get the new artists, we bring the energy to it. It's the fire, you see. I'm saying, so what it is now, we do it from here because we know about this ceasefire, so that's a free customer that can't want. But then, that's a global movement, that's an everlasting movement, that's forever be needed. So that even for children and to pick up and continue the journey. From Brother Bob say one love. You know, you push that message out, let you say, man, we take it up and not subscribe. We thank for Brother Bob for bringing a positive vibe with the music so we could use it to say, to show the secret vibe. And that's what we do. I love each other. It's the only way. It's the only way. That's it. Yes, so it's one family that you like understanding more you excellent. Yeah, man, there will be some. They always like every event they have another event. You know, yes. There will be artists who out there who don't take themselves and you know, like how I will overlook a certain time when I was in my early stages in my career. You know, it's not going to be the normal people that we're used to. So you're going to be artists you probably never seen before on the flyer, yeah, and you
know what I'm saying? Come out there and get entertained. You think, well, a lot of talent, you know. So definitely, you know, come out, enjoy, they invent them, we put together, treat you to support each other as a community, you know. So a lot of youth, they got the talent. But anybody overseeing them because they got it, they popping on social media or they doing no craziness.
Yeah.
You know, they talking no nonsense and you know, they reeling up and putting on this whole illusion show. Like this thing where you got a million views and all of that, they are going viral. It's an illusion. That does not mean that people really actually like you. Or you're really actually talking about something that people will get something from. So that's it. We bring in a show. When you lead a show, you feel rejuvenated and you learn something and you enjoy yourself at the same time. You ain't going home with no toxic thing in your brain. You wake up like you go watch a horror movie and you wake up with a nightmare. You want to rest yourself and you relax yourself and you relax. So, you know,
Yeah, man, yeah. I think that's a very important thing to see. As far as me, thinking of you because now I'm actually seeing that it really numbers look good. But then when things are manifest when the money was actually good, you see the same way. So then that is to let you know that he really like it not meet, but you can't look at it not your numbers in billion, right? You got to really know something that you know will really connect. Especially right that are very important.
yeah, I watch a little clip and I talked to my person about this. I have a new dancehall artist. They name Raf. Very popular in the dancehall scene. So show in Atlanta, he mentioned where all my sinners at, put your hands up. This need to go viral because that clip need to go viral. Not one person put their hand up in any place. Because we don't promote ignorance. And that was an ignorant thing because we know we all fall short of the glory, we all have sin, but we don't promote it. We don't promote our sin, we're not proud of our sin, see? We have for forgiveness for our sins. I don't know how to put that out there. It's a serious message. People don't really deal with them nonsense.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, you're going to come in. Anything else that you feel weak or anything you want to make
We stream the EP, man. On the ritual, is this a single? We stream the EP, you know, and you know it's available. You will love it, man. And, you know, what I'm saying keep it positive, the vibe going, you know.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Only ritual, stream the vibe. Make happy down the road, but make all you have. Chase that. Give them on your social media handle. Once again, you will find you.
Yeah, man. Follow me on the Instagram at jstar_1family. That's it. Number one. Family, no I. There's no I in family. We are is one. We decide together. Alright? It's powerful, powerful.
The guy when he tell me that before, when I was playing, he said, yeah, he didn't get no eye. But no, he just break it down. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, no eye in family. Yeah, that's you.
And the intro for the movement, you know, is right now we're born in a one family and we now link up in a Babylon the 90. Love righteousness and we have built more unity. That's another fire upon Babylon community. There's no I. In family, there's no I. In family, there's no I. In family, love righteousness and more unity. So we're picking up our community and we stay together, right? No I in family.
That's it.
So that's all we can do.
Yes, sir. So, man, let me reason. You don't know the podcast and bless your love podcast. Now, making us love and all the time. Cheers, that. Blessing. Yes.
Blessing, 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 love, blessing, 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 love, blessing, 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 love, blessing.